It's as though the refresher rate of our brain was turned off and we saw everything at once. What is up, everybody? So today I'm doing my video for my series, The Story Behind the Painting, and today we're going to do my painting 10 seconds. So here it is. And as you can see, this one is a little bit different than what I usually do. So for this painting, if you can see that there's a figure of a person here, and what the person is doing is, it's a slice of 10 seconds of time, as it really is, because as far as I can tell, I am not a scientist, but I do read a lot, so I have my own ideas of things. Time, or space-time, is a solid object, and our consciousness flows through that object. And so, like on a computer, have you ever had like an old Windows computer where you grab something and you move it, and your computer's frozen, and it starts just, kind of squiggling it all around the screen until it kind of takes it up? That's what's kind of happening here. It's as though the refresher rate of our brain was turned off, and we saw everything at once. So we saw motion not as a sequence of little events, but as a fluid kind of object of one thing. Like my hand would be just a rectangle right here, just going through that, instead of individual instances of my hand. So that's what's happening in this painting. The figure is, he sees a flower, which is right here. So this entire thing is 10 seconds of time. He sees the flower, he bends down to pick it up, and this is his arm going and plucking the flower right here. As you can see, his head looking down, his arm picking it up, and he's getting up slowly, and he's not, there's no motion other than going down and getting back up. The forward motion in this is an illusion. And so he gets up and picks up the flower and brings it up to his nose and is sniffing that sweet, sweet scent of the rose, or whatever flower it happens to be. I don't know too much. I painted it and I still don't know. But it's a representation of how I see time as a whole. I don't think that our perception of time as we have it in our waking life is truly how it is. I believe that it is a lot more complex and a lot more rigid and less fluid than we think it is. I surmise, I think that the multiple universe theory has some credence to it. My thing is that there's one universe with multiple world lines or timelines that split off from each decision that we make. So every decision that we make creates a whole new timeline. Every tiny, tiny, infinitesimally small instance of time branches off into two instances of active, either negative or positive, so either yes or no, and then a third thing in between, which is passive. So it creates 3 branches for every single infinitesimal instance of time. So it's very weird to explain. I know it might sound a little off, a little weird, but this is through my own kind of meanderings through thought. And so each time that we do something or don't do something, or do something else, we create an entirely new world or timeline. It's all within one universe, but all times are solid. So imagine it like a bunch of channels that, like in the ground, and that someone digs, and they branch off different little, or canals I should say, not channels, because channel can be considered other things, but different canals, and they all branch off into different little things. So time is, our consciousness is like the water being poured through the different canals. It's all one stream of water being broken up into different canals. And that's what I think consciousness is like. Time is the canal that consciousness flows through. So time is a rigid thing, but our consciousness shifts depending on what we choose. So we're aware of one universe, and only one universe at a time because of our limited brains. Sometimes some people have said that they see different world lines or different versions of their life on certain substances. But I don't know if that's true or not. It could be just a trick of the brain, a hallucination, or like some mystical experiences also say the same thing, that there are infinite universes of you and infinite versions of you just because of different decisions that you make, but you can only be aware of one at a time. But this is just 10 seconds of time. 10 seconds of one world line where he decided to bend down, pluck the flower, and sniff it and enjoy the scent. In another world, he didn't do that. He just walked right by. So every day, everything that we do, every decision we make, even the passive ones that we don't make, the decisions that you don't make really profoundly affect your life. Because many opportunities are missed simply through ignorance, through fear of not wanting to step outside your comfort zone, or just apathy. Lots of things that impact our lives further down the road. We could have had completely different lives if we had just decided to act and do something rather than be passive. So that's the story behind this painting. And I'll see you all in the next video. But just to let you know, there are prints of this available on my site, EzekieelSchmidtArt.com. The original is $3,000. So if you can't afford that, there are tons of prints. I have canvas prints, I have paper prints. I will be having this on a mug soon. And I will see you either in my DMs, email, or in the comments, or in the next video. Peace out.